Hello. Welcome to the Pinful Podcast. I am your host, Liz, and I'm trying to do my hair. I am joined as always by my co-host, Marcus. Yep.
What a deflating end to that fucking pay-per-view. You could
Oh, I know.
see everyone in the crowd when they cut to them at the end. Everyone was disappointed. Not only was that a super short match for what it was, but the one person who shouldn't have won that won it. Because I thought the idea was, oh, you shove Brock in a fatal five-way so that he can still compete, you get the draw, but he doesn't have to be pinned. Why the fuck would you have him win? You have like so many good stories for this title you could tell. Big E, he had to fight through four other people, including Brock Lesnar, to retain his title. KO manipulated his way into this match in the first place, and teamed up with Seth, someone he could never have imagined to team up with to win the title. Seth, this started with a singles match and then ended up being a fatal five-way, and he still overcame the odds to get it. Bobby, he ran through every single opponent in this match prior to being put into the match, and then did it all again in the match. And Brock, last minute addition, he's a legend. He won. Come on. And now he's on our fucking graphic and he's covering up our Twitter handle.
Stinky. Also check your Facebook messages. Becky was supposed to have
Oh my god.
considerably cooler gear this evening.
Oh my god, that is sick.
No, I wish I could I can try to
Like dragon-esque.
It was supposed to be Becky's gear for tonight. It was it's purple.
Oh my god.
If you can't tell. Yeah. Isn't that
Wow.
so cool? Apparently it didn't ship in time. Or deliver in time. I don't know.
That's such a shame. Because it's really cool
No.
gear. But I did love the goat shoulders.
Okay, to be fair, the goat shoulders were really cute.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she just had that.
Yeah.
Like, if that wasn't planned, then she just had that on hand. And I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah. So this is day one. Just want to get this out of the way. As I'm sure all of you know, before the show started, news broke out that Roman Reigns tested positive for COVID, and he was no longer able to compete. So Brock Lesnar was moved into what was supposed to be a fatal four-way for the WWE Championship, making it a fatal five-way. And we'll be talking more about that in depth later on. Liz, should we talk about our predictions?
No, I don't want to talk about our predictions, actually.
We'll talk about our predictions. So,
It's not.
if you're new to our channel, first of all, welcome. Happy to see you. Second of all, for every pay-per-view that we do, for the major ones, I wouldn't say all of them, for AEW and WWE, we do predictions for match outcomes. We pick the winner of every match, and for every incorrect prediction, we do a dab of hot sauce. Now, I have this wonderful, locally made, I think, hot sauce. Stang hot sauce.
Wrong show.
Sting hot sauce with jalapeno, pineapple, and basil. Also, Miriam said, man, God really has Roman's back with his first title, or this title. First he sabotaged Finn's chance at winning, and now he made sure Lesnar didn't beat him. Little does he know, there's a good chance Brock can become a double champion.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
And Liz, what hot sauce are you having?
I am back on my bullshit. I am once again back on my bullshit. I am this black garlic fucking hot sauce because it's the spiciest hot sauce we have, and I want to prove that I'm a big, strong fucking man. Also, if anybody wants to notice, you can't quite see because of the light.
You can kind of see it.
Their hot sauce is about here now in the bottle. About this much of it has been me. Because Mark and I remember the first time we had it, Mark was like, oh my god, this is too spicy.
Yeah.
Now it's just Elizabeth. I have this hot sauce. Okay. I also did bite my lip earlier, so that's gonna be a real fucking pleasure.
Oh, we both have that then.
Between the saltiness of the chips and that. So as long as I don't get that on there, then it'll just be like a huge pain.
And whoever has the most correct predictions at the end of the night is crowned the new Pinfall Podcast Prediction Champion. And Liz, you are currently the reigning champion.
What's up?
Now, since you are the reigning and defending champion, how many did you get right and how many did you get wrong today?
No,
also,
you're asking me a lot of questions.
The champion deals out a punishment to the loser.
I don't know how many I got right and wrong. I know I got.
You keep track of this shit. All right, so you
keep track of it.
You got 4 wrong, or 4 right and 3 wrong.
Yeah, I did pretty fucking good, frankly.
And I got 5 right and 2 wrong, so therefore I am your new Pinfall Podcast Prediction Champion. And I have a punishment for you, Liz.
God, I'm like, I also just want everyone to know that for whatever reason I'm super dehydrated today, so like I feel like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say, I'm hungover from yesterday, but I felt fine for the entirety of the day.
Well,
it's literally hit me about 5 seconds after we finished the pay-per-view. I think it was Brock winning.
Well, you're gonna want water next to you, because in addition to you taking a dab of hot sauce at the beginning of each match you got wrong, you are also, I'm going to ask you, before each match, 3 trivia questions.
Love trivia!
But it's not conventional trivia. Since we are beginning a new year, and 2021 is behind us, it's time to reminisce on some matches that have happened in 2021. So I'm going to give you an opponent, or I'm going to give you a wrestler, and the show that it happened on, and you're going to tell me who their opponent was. It'll be easier than you think.
I do like hot sauce, though, so I'm not really that worried.
Okay.
I also don't like being wrong.
Okay. Remember, there'll be 3 matches that I'm going to give you before each match that we talk about today.
Before each match we talk about today? You said before each match that I got wrong.
Well, no. You do the dabs, like the original dabs, before the matches you got wrong. But these questions will be before each match.
All right. Just so everyone knows, Mark handed me this bowl of chips with no real explanation, so
yeah,
kind of figured I was in for something. Fine. I'm fine. I'm good. I like hot sauce. I like trivia. I'm always right. I'm never wrong. I've never been wrong.
Well, you were wrong 3 times today, but
I've never been wrong. Not once in my life.
That's why you lost this, but okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
light my candle and move on from this conversation.
So the first match, the first WWE match of 2022. Do you want to start off with the pay-per-view? I forgot to ask. You want to start off talking about that?
Opposed to doing what?
I don't know. Talking a bit more.
Oh, we can talk a bit more. What do you want to talk about?
All right, so first match of WWE of 2022 is Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus Cesaro and Ricochet in the pre-show. This is a fucking tragedy. And I picked Cesaro and Ricochet, so I'm gonna do a dab.
I'm gonna try to like this fucking match. That took an embarrassingly long amount of time.
I don't remember how the viscosity of this chip
Very
is.
liquidy.
There we go. It's a small chip. I also forgot how this tastes.
Spicy. I don't know why you chose it.
I'm not gonna be nice to myself. These are punishments.
Yeah, ghost story.
All right. So take your dab, and then I'll ask you. I'll ask you your.
Get anything
things.
wrong? Get anything wrong?
Oh,
So I'm not
that's
taking
right.
him.
That's right. All right. So. So. Your first one, I'm gonna make it pretty easy on you.
All right, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Love it.
So. At NXT, remember these are all from this year. In fact, they're the later end, like the later half of this year, from May onward. At NXT's Great American Bash on July 6th, 2021, who was Adam Cole's opponent?
O'Reilly.
There you go.
Job done. Okay.
All right, now. On Dynamite on October 27th,
Oh,
2021.
come on. I thought these were going to be like pay-per-view matches.
Not all. So, Dynamite, October 27th, 2021. Who was Sammy Guevara's opponent?
Bobby Fish.
Incorrect. It was Ethan Page.
Ah, who fucking cares? All right, hang on. I'm not gonna eat these whole chips. I'm gonna.
And I encourage the audience to also play along as well.
I can't see, so. Let's see.
Oh, okay. I got a good one next. All right. Let me know when you're ready for your next one.
Okay.
All right. So, at AEW Dynamite Fyter Fest Night 1, for the IWGP United States Championship on July 14th, 2021, who was Jon Moxley's opponent?
Vince Archer.
No. It was Carl Anderson.
Who the fuck cares about Carl Anderson? Not me. I'll tell you what.
You were so confident with the first question that I was like, all right, it's time to humble you. But speaking of humbling, Ridge Holland got a fucking bang. He got banged up in his first match of 2022.
Fuck.
You okay? You good?
I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Okay.
Just had to get that out of my system. So this was funny. Mark, who'd you choose?
I picked Cesaro and Ricochet under the impression that Cesaro and Ricochet have been losing a lot, and Ricochet made a huge run in that gauntlet.
So I chose Sheamus and Ridge under the knowledge that they don't let Ricochet win matches.
Yeah.
So start off with Ridge and Cesaro. There's a backbreaker to Ridge. Ricochet in. Ricochet has immediately been an assisted moonsault onto Ridge's face. But Ricochet's boot lands on, nose of Ridge. Which in slow motion, if you watch it, you see this part of Ridge's nose over here yonder. Which, not great. And it was funny because Mark like kind of was like, I think Ridge is bleeding.
Yeah, I saw a whole big spot of blood on his bicep, and I was like, that's weird. He wasn't really hit hard in his bicep. And then we saw the trail of blood leading all the way to the
It was
corner.
just it was just the fact that we went from you saying I think Ridge is bleeding to seeing all of the blood on the mat and being like, oh, and then I said, I bet you Ridge broke his nose.
Mm-hmm.
The moment I saw all that blood, I was like, that's the only thing that makes that much blood that fast. And then about 5 minutes later, they're like, so Ridge broke his nose. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
not a great start to the year for Ridge. Um, Posted a picture. He's not looking too hot today, and like literally, he's really not looking too hot. No offense, Mr. Ridge. I'm trying to like mitigate the fucking in my mouth right now. I'm a big strong man, so it doesn't matter. I can get through this.
Yeah.
Anyways, Sheamus has to fight the rest of the match. It sucks for him. Ricochet ends up actually almost lifting Sheamus, which was very cool.
Almost.
Ridiculous.
Almost did it.
Sheamus ended up wiggling free. He hit Ricochet with a backbreaker and then just shouted, "I'm just too strong." And I said, I fucking hate you, bud. He gets a 10 beats. Ricochet kind of collapses on the apron. Sheamus goes down and said, "Oh, how about we go for another time?" And Ricochet hangs him up on the rope. We get a swing DDT from Ricochet to Sheamus, and then a European uppercut ringside to Sheamus from Cesaro, who gets in. Cesaro puts Sheamus in a sharpshooter. Doesn't really work for him. We get a knee to the face of Cesaro, and then an uppercut to Sheamus. Finally, at ringside, Sheamus hits Ricochet with a white noise, and then gets back into the ring, hits Cesaro with a bro kick to win.
I can't even be mad that my prediction was wrong, because that was a great performance by Sheamus to kind of recoup.
Yeah, it was a great performance from Sheamus, who had to, and that's what I said was like, it's gonna suck if he's got to wrestle this whole thing on his own now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sheamus said, "Well, I'm a veteran; it doesn't fucking matter," and did exactly that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So after that, we had we started off the actual pay-per-view with the Usos versus the New Day. And I picked the Usos, won the prediction, and Liz picked the New Day.
And I picked early death.
And after you take that, I'll give you your question.
I'm almost kind of thankful for this, and you know why?
Hmm.
I'm actually quite hungry.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you got a lot of them, so you could just snack on them. Yep. What's up?
Look at me. It was funny because I was like halfway through when I was eating those M&Ms. Said to myself, I was like really full. I'm not gonna want to eat any chips.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped eating because I was like, I want to be hungry for this.
Mm-hmm.
Lo and behold, I'm fucking starving. So.
All right, so your first match at Slammiversary on July 17th, 2021. I'm noticing I'm accidentally picking a lot from July. For the Knockouts Championship, who did Deonna Purrazzo face at Slammiversary?
Oh God. What the fuck did she face? I don't know. Chelsea Green.
Nope, it was Thunder Rosa.
Oh wow. I feel like
We watched that.
I know we watched Slammiversary.
She was the surprise opponent. All right. Another one we can do. Okay. So, second match at NJPW Power Struggle on November 6th, 2021. So only less than a couple months ago.
I haven't watched any wrestling since then, so that should be fine.
Um, who did Toru Yano face for the King of Pro Wrestling title in an amateur wrestling match? What was that?
Great Khan.
Correct.
Yeah, if I watched one thing, it was fucking NJPW.
All right. Next up, final one for this part. At Extreme Rules on September 26th, 2021. Who did Charlotte Flair face for the Raw Women's Championship? Extreme Rules. Charlotte Flair.
There's about 5 women in WWE. Is it Becky?
Who?
Becky?
No. It was Alexa Bliss.
Oh, I should have known that one.
That was the last time we saw Miss Bliss.
Embarrassing for a little bit, honestly. But I also feel like we haven't really seen her in a minute, have we?
We have not.
September was it last week and also like a year ago.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the Usos versus the New Day. Really fun match. As you would expect from two of the best tag teams in the world.
I am going to have to get up and get something to drink, by the way. I don't have nearly enough water.
Go and do it after this match while I'm talking about the interview.
Start with Xavier versus Jimbo. Kofi had a double suplex. Xavier gets a senton, and then Kofi gets a splash, but no pin. Also, this match was very much like up in the air after a certain point.
Yeah. Towards the end, I was like really on the edge of my seat because it could have gone either way. And still chewing.
And a chip. Eat a chip. Kofi takes the foot out from under Jim. On the apron. Then goes off the top rope into a super kick. Then Pat, gets inspired by an Alabama slam and calls it Alabama, Georgia. We both had to sit there for like a couple minutes. Like, Kofi ends up stomping on Jay, but he can't tag out in time. Jimmy gets in and super kicks Xavier off of the apron. Xavier finally gets in. He hits a side Russian leg sweep into a kip up. However, we get a pop-up Samoan drop to Woods from Jay, assisted by Jimmy. Kofi goes for the Trouble in Paradise, but gets super kicked. Jimmy then gets in. He frog splashes on to Kofi. Get the pin, though. We then get a lot of super kicks to Xavier. Both Usos go up top. A lot of super kicks to Kofi. Both Usos go up top with splashes in the attempt to pin Kofi, but Xavier breaks it up. However, Xavier gets annihilated ringside. There's a super kick to Kingston from Jay. And then as Pat was calling it, a 1D, in his opinion, a one and done to win. Which kind of was just like, I've seen it a million times before. Like, Jimmy lifted him up and Jay brought him down, basically.
Yeah. Also, Sean Ross Sapp tweeted, internally, the main event was slated for much longer, 30 minutes with entrances. It went about 20 with entrances. Didn't feel like 20 minutes, actually. It felt much shorter, but would have loved to see 10 more minutes of that.
I was gonna go get myself a drink.
Okay, I'll go over the interviews. All right, so first up, we had an interview with Big E. He said, who had this on their New Year's Day bingo card in regards to Brock Lesnar being booked for the WWE title match. He says, bring me your hungry, your tired, and your poor. Bring me your Bobbies, your Seths, your Kevins, and now your Brocks. I will line them all up and knock them all down. Tonight I walk through fire. I will find out a way to walk out still. I said still. Your WWE champion. Fortunately, it's not how it'll go. And then we had an interview with Migos. They say I forget who said what, but this is the way to bring in the new year. We've been watching this since we were kids. You never know what you might see. So they're teasing some kind of surprise, even though what they really did wasn't really even a surprise at all. So our next match, Madcap Moss versus Drew McIntyre. Really, this was like main event of a Raw or SmackDown or something. Like, this was nothing special.
It was fun for Drew, like, to have, like, Drew's part of it was fun, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good match, but I don't think it deserved to be on a pay-per-view.
It was the wrong thing to drink.
So
Cranberry grape juice. I always have a problem with cranberry grape juice where I get really fast, so I definitely have done this, but whatever.
So before we get into the predictions, Corbin and Moss came out, and Corbin said, "Happy New Year from the happiest guy alive. I am rich and good looking," and that really makes me stand out here. Moss says, "I hear Atlanta is the biggest city in Georgia, but I didn't know they were judging that based on weight. In America, when you're the greatest, you're the GOAT. You know what they call the GOAT in Scotland? Drew McIntyre's prom date. After I beat Drew tonight, he's going to fall so far off the map, he'll have to change his name to Who McIntyre." They're all bad jokes. All terrible. Yeah, Liz, you agree?
I agree.
So then Drew comes out.
Second one was kind of funny, okay?
Oh,
I don't think the first one was funny, though.
Yeah, the first one was terrible. So Drew comes out. We both picked Drew for this, right?
Yes, did. Thank God.
All right, but before we move on, let's do your questions. All right, so all right.
So many matches to choose from.
Literally, there are so many. All right. So, at AEW's All Out on September 5th, 2021, who faced Britt Baker for the AEW Women's Championship at All Out?
All Out.
Britt Baker.
What date? When was that?
Huh?
When was that?
September 5th, 2021.
It was Full Gear.
No, it was All Out.
I said, when was Full Gear?
Full Gear was November, I think. Or
Okay.
December. Either one.
Okay. Anyways, All Out. Oh God. Wasn't it? He defends the title like once every like blue moon, so this should not be hard.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna get this wrong, I think. Wasn't it Chris Statlander?
You're right.
Oh, thank fuck. Because my mouth is like throbbing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, Ba, 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 ba. Let's. I could be really mean right now.
Could be.
I'll do this as a bonus. This will be a bonus fourth one, which I'll do right now, but I'll do two more. If you get it wrong, you don't have to do a dab or anything.
Okay.
So, on Raw,
Okay.
August 30th, 2021. Who did RK Bro face for the Raw Tag Team Championships?
Alpha Academy?
No. It was Bobby Lashley and Omos. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember that happening at all.
Sure. We
Um,
definitely probably talked about it too.
yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. This is your second one. At Money in the Bank, July 18th, 2021. Who did Bobby Lashley face for the WWE Championship?
Money in the Bank, 2021. Bobby Lashley Championship.
Bobby Lashley?
Was
Mm.
it?
Mm.
Um. But I don't know.
Money in the Bank?
I'm trying to think. Like, I know who was in the ladder match.
Right.
Let me just go out on a limb here. I don't know. Was it Goldberg?
No, that was SummerSlam.
Ah,
Money
whatever.
in the Bank was Kofi Kingston.
Oh. Okay. Yep. Sorry, mouth.
All right. And we'll do another one from around that time, a few days later. So at AEW Dynamite Fighter Fest Night 2, July 21st, 2021.
Back to July with you.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, I'm just magnetized to July. I just wish it was the summer again. Who did Sean Spears face at Fighter Fest? Where he had a special stipulation. Only him, though.
Oh. Is it Sammy Guevara?
No, it was Chris Jericho.
I knew it was somebody in the group.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that he got to use chairs.
Right. It was part of the Trials of Jericho. All right. So, you want to talk about Madcap Moss versus Drew, which wasn't the worst match of the night? Somehow.
Give me 1 second. That I did right at the tip of my tongue, so I'm gonna be crying about this.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't think I've got a very physical reaction to hot sauce. I know his runs, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I know people like tear up and like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've only ever had like that kind of reaction to a hot sauce. I think once.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even hot sauce. It was that habanero salsa.
Oh, right.
Like I straight up weren't home. I was eating it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to like just sat back like this for a while because like my mouth hurt so bad.
That also happened to me once too. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings and I got the mango habanero. wings and tried to eat them all as fast as I could.
Hey.
I don't know. But I was like struggling to just get some milk.
Um, I think I'm pretty good at masking the fact that I'm in severe pulling pain right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is so hot inside my body at this time.
So Moss and Drew.
So we get a co-informed Moss. He tries to ambush McIntyre while Corbin distracts, but Moss kind of just gets fucking yeeted ringside. McIntyre sends him back into the ring, only to be actually distracted by Corbin. He gets a boot to the midsection from Moss, and then he's driven into the post. I like deal with a hiccup now. Moss then gets sent face first into a turnbuckle by McIntyre. He gets suplexed. We get a nasty, very like, what's the word? I don't want to say like reckless, but like it was very like it seemed mean. The first overhead toss, like he fucking yanked Madcap Moss over his head.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got another one that was much more standard. And then a neck breaker and a kip up, and I was like, oh my god, I love Drew McIntyre. Goes for the Future Shock DDT, but we can't ever get the Future Shock DDT, so he doesn't get it.
He gets it at one point later on.
Killers.
Mm-hmm.
He instead goes for the Spine Buster. He gets that. He does get the Future Shock DDT, but it's not enough to pin. And he does his stereotypical Drew McIntyre, because every Drew McIntyre match is basically the same match at the end of the day. Where Moss is on the top rope and Drew's hanging upside down. And Drew comes up with his incredible core strength. Takes Moss, throws him overhead. And then, for no good fucking reason, there's a handstand in the corner.
While like making the weirdest look at Madcap Moss.
Such a pain in the ass. Also, I'm noticing now because of like the lighting, it looks like we're wearing the same color.
Yeah. Except yours is orange in reality, and mine is burgundy.
And finally, we get a Claymore to Madcap Moss for Drew to win the match as expected. And by as expected, I mean I really didn't know if he was going to win the match, and I got really nervous.
You really had doubts?
Well, I don't know. Was kind of funny though, because Moss at one point, like, in the beginning, he basically made a comment that was like, when I beat you, you're gonna be buried. And I was like, do you wanna be? Like, do you want to be so low on the totem pole that if you beat somebody, you're burying them?
Yeah.
I wouldn't brag about it, that's all.
To be fair, Drew McIntyre once buried Ricochet, and he wasn't very low on the totem pole.
Yeah, but with Drew it's different, because Drew's, like, trying his best.
Mm-hmm. So that match ends. We get Kevin Owens backstage in an interview. He says, "It's a tragedy. I mean a travesty. Whatever word you want to use. It shouldn't have happened. It was originally me, Biggie, and Seth, and it wasn't bad enough Bobby stuck his nose in, but now it's even worse. It's about dealing with that bully, Brock Lesnar." And then we get the Street Profits versus RK Bro. And we both picked RK Bro. And we both win.
Oh, I don't win.
You're right. Because you have to keep answering these matches. All right. So, your first match at Crown Jewel, October 21st, 2021. In the Queen's Crown Finals, who did Zelina Vega face?
Drop.
Correct. All right. Now, on Dynamite, November 3rd, 2021. Who did FTR face for the AAA Tag Team Championships?
That's easy. That's the Lucha Bros.
No.
Oh, no? No! Oh, no! No! It was Samurai Del Sol and, oh, fuck me, and who?
If you can get his name, I will give it to you, even though it wasn't your first guess.
Was it Samurai Del Sol and Dragon Lee?
No. It was Samurai Del Sol and Aerostar.
And
All right, and your last one. Let's see. I'm trying to stick to just like one-on-ones or tag team matches. So there's not too difficult. And I also want to try and stick to. Okay. All right. At Impact's Victory Road.
X Victory Road. Okay, don't remember that one at all. Good.
On September 18th, 2021.
Wait. I didn't eat my chip.
Oh, okay. That was your second one, right?
I got the first one right.
Okay.
Hang in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm hanging
Don't
in.
keep reading the question because I won't remember it.
Okay. I'm hanging in there. Excited to do this again at some other point.
Like your coy way of saying, I know you're going to get this one wrong. Good.
All right, so at Impact's Victory Road, September 18th, 2021, in a no disqualification match, who did Matt Cardona face? Victory Road, just before Bound for Glory.
Was it Kurt Hawkins?
No. It was Rohit Raju.
Oh, I remember that now because it was really weird because like Rohit was like doing the Chelsea asked for it thing, and I was like,
Yeah. See, these aren't that hard because as soon as I say it, you remember like the feud, like the whole feud.
oh, they are hard because I don't remember it until you tell me the answer.
All right, so yeah, now we're at Street Profits versus RK Bro. This was also a ton of fun. But the Migos were at ringside for like no reason.
We're just there to have fun.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. Ever been in a storm like that, Wally?
Storm of Fists.
Being down on your chest?
Wait,
So hard?
you want to talk about the match?
I think your heart might stop. Yeah, what's up? So Dawkins gets in with a shoulder to the face of Randy. Then we get Montez in. Montez is on some weird shit. Montez is dancing around.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing whatever Montez wants to do. I didn't catch much of what he was in there for, though. When I took my next note, Dawkins was back in. Nearly gets RKO'd. Manages to back that off. Good dropkick to Montez once he's back in again, which gets him on his ass. We get a silencer to Riddle from Dawkins. Montez ends up having to fight Riddle. He's all over him. But it's interesting. He and Dawkins kind of seemed like a little cranky.
Yeah, they're motivated. They're very motivated, very passionate.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. I'm getting an overhead kick to Dawkins. Montez ends up, or rather, Dawkins ends up getting Puma tackled by Randy. Randy also Puma tackles Montez just for the fun of it. Get Draper DDT to Montez and Dawkins at the same time. He starts doing his weird shit. Montez ends up blocking the RKO. He insecures Randy. Riddle gets in, gets shoved off the ropes by Montez. Randy ends up sending Montez up and over his shoulders. Montez then sends Randy into the post, front flips onto all of RK Bro in the corner, or ringside corner. We go up top. We try for the big old frog splash from Montez, but Randy avoids it. Montez lands on his feet, still gets hit with an assisted RKO for RK Bro to win, but they shake hands, so doesn't really.
Yeah, no reason for Migos to be there. Don't know what I would have much preferred they come out when Moss and Corbin were shit talking Atlanta. Would have made more sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was really weird. In part of me is like, actually, it's really sweet because Egos really seem to want to be there.
Mm-hmm. They have a
like what a cooler experience.
They have a history with Randy too.
Yeah, and like it seemed really cool. Like that, like they got to like. It seemed pretty hyped about being able to go into the ring and do like the pose.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you look at it from like they're fans and they get like the super cool interactive experience, it's cool.
Right.
Otherwise, it's like I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But
mm-hmm. After that match, we had an interview with Drew McIntyre. He said, "Can't find the locker room. Hot Atlanta," or yeah, he can't find the locker room. He's like wandering around looking for it. He says to Megan, "Hot Atlanta is rocking tonight. I'm a little surprised. Moss caught me off guard. He's one tough son of a bitch. And Corbin can actually handle himself." And Corbin and Moss come out of nowhere and attack Drew. They get his head in a chair. Corbin grabs like the steel girder and like smashes it on the chair before they're chased off by security. We then get an interview with Brock Lesnar. And he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar does what Brock Lesnar wants to do. I'm a free agent thanks to my advocate, Paul Heyman. So tonight, I'm going to go into the ring and walk out as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion of the world. That's not a prediction. That, my folks, is a spoiler." And then we got The Miz versus Edge. And we both picked Edge. And we both
that's perfectly
won.
so.
What's up?
I said perfectly so.
Yes. So you want some more? You want some more matches?
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to think what's a good one to do. I want to do like some from NXT UK, but I know you haven't watched that much NXT UK.
Yeah, that would be a toughie for me.
Alright, this is pretty easy. At Extreme Rules, September 26, 2021. Who did Roman Reigns face for the Universal Championship at Extreme Rules?
Universal Champion. Rules were extreme. Actually, the rules really weren't extreme for
It wasn't very extreme.
Rules. Fuck. My brain is like also turned off now because there's so much spice in my. Extreme Rules. People. When was this again? Like time wise?
September 26th, 2021.
Was it? I'm
thought this would be easy for you.
like trying to think of like people. I'm not thinking of anybody. I don't know anybody who wrestled. Roman Reigns. He had a match. Watched the match. Talked about the match. Like think of like the SmackDown roster. Was it? Wasn't. Was it Finn?
It was.
Sorry, guys. I didn't really mean to take that much time.
All right, next up. Second match at Impact's Knockouts Knockdown. In the finals of the Knockouts tournament, which took place October 9th, 2021. Who faced Mercedes Martinez in the Knockouts tournament final?
I forgot her name. I know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think. The other half of Fire and Flava. Sasha Steels.
Yep, you are correct.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, don't want to do that one. Recent. Me go back up for this last one. Okay. At Dynamite Road Rager, which happened July 7th, 2021, who did the Young Bucks face for the AEW Tag Team titles at Road Rager?
Road Rager. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Nope. It was Eddie Kingston and Penta.
Oh, yeah, his best friend. Okay, let me eat this chip. Then I've got something for you.
Okay. Meanwhile, I've got all these chips here that I've got no purpose for.
Okay. Okay.
What's up?
Was the lady conducting the seance wearing a size small dress or a size large?
Wait, say that again? This caught me off
Was
guard.
was the lady conducting the seance wearing a size small dress or a size large?
I don't know.
She was wearing neither. There's a happy medium.
All right. So the Miz versus Edge. You should do another dab for that. That was bad.
I
Terrible, terrible.
I'll be here all week. If Mark lets me.
We'll see. We'll see.
God, my cheeks hurt. Loved that one so much. All right, back to work. Got the Brood entrance.
Yeah. And then the Edge entrance. Edge trance.
I wrote down Edge entrance.
God dang it.
That's what made me think of the my happy medium joke.
What?
Because it's funny. Edge entrance is funny.
Anyway.
We get a really weird beginning to this match because the beginning of this match was shoulder tackle to the Miz and then Edge running like jumping over the Miz. Then they do it again like 5 seconds later, and I was like, did I like? No, I was just like I feel like our TV broke. Miz ends up slipping through the ropes, but in an attempt to drop kick, Edge, he doesn't get it. He ends up shoving Edge into the ring post because Maurice kind of distracts. We get a really weird move where the Miz like clings to the neck of Edge and just like gets slammed into the ground, which the announcers were trying to play off as like a, I don't know. But Maurice keeps kind of like looking around like she's gonna attack Edge. Can't find her opening. We get a bulldog of sorts to the Miz ringside. Miz ends up sending Edge face first into the ring apron. We get a strange crossbody to the Miz, and then a figure four on Edge. Miz wants the STF, but Edge ends up getting free. Miz still like slingshots Edge into the ring post, tries for a dirty pin. Obviously doesn't get it. Just Car's like, please don't do that in my ring. It's not gonna work. Mm-hmm. Edge, however, gets a crossface on the Miz. Maurice helps the Miz break the hold. Get like this fucking weird top rope hip toss to the Miz, I guess. That's what they called it. It didn't look like a top rope hip toss, but sure.
It looked like it. To me, at least.
Edge ends up going for the spear and is sent right into the post. Miz distracts the ref. Maurice gets involved. We get a skull-crushing finale that Edge somehow manages to kick out of. And then who comes out but, goddamn it, the goddamn Glamazon. As Wade would put it. Seth comes out. He chases Maurice away. We get a spear to the Miz to call it a day. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Loved every second of it. So I loved every second of it.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. Pretty much one as expected, though. Okay, so after that, we then had an interview with Bobby Lashley and MVP. He says, Bobby Lashley is a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. With Brock added, the odds of winning drastic go down. He didn't actually say that. But it's pretty much what he said. The Almighty has decimated his way into this match. It will be the first of the rest of the Almighty era. The first day of the rest of the Almighty era. Bobby says, new year, new WWE champion.
WWE.
And then we get Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. And 3 more matches for you to guess on.
Oh, joy, oh, joy, oh, joy.
Alright, so at AEW's Fyter Fest Night 1, July 14th, 2021. Who did Darby Allin face in a coffin match?
Tim Page.
Correct. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Let's see. Let's see. What if I just threw a 205 live one on you?
Please. Oh.
Okay. At All Out on September 5th, 2021, who did Kenny Omega face for the AEW World Championship? All Out?
Oh boy.
Huh?
Oh boy.
No.
Oh?
It's Christian Cage. Because then he fought him on Rampage.
Mhm.
All right. Or
Be seeing y'all on the other side of this.
he fought him on Rampage before All Out, and then at All Out he went for the AEW title. All right. Okay, we can do this one. Kind of chain off of the last one. Oh, wait till you're done. How you feeling? All that spice.
Really, I'm feeling fine. I'm recovering.
Okay. Okay.
Not killing me. Yeah. Proceed.
Okay. So at Impact's Victory Road, September 18th, 2021, who did Christian Cage fight for the Impact World Championship?
Victory Road.
Victory Road. Christian. Title.
Isn't it Josh Alexander?
That was Bound for Glory.
Oh fuck.
Victory Road was Ace Austin.
All right.
All right, so Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch. Once again, WWE proving that we can't have anything in this life and that we should not let it play out, quote unquote. Do you put too much on?
Respectfully, yes.
Oh boy. Have fun with that. Yep, go down with the ship. If you want to hand me your notes, I could start on this match.
Good. I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
No worries. Gucci.
Yeah.
Gucci.
Iguchi.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I haven't broken a sweat yet, but like I feel her. I feel her up. I feel her at the bridge of my nose.
All right. So Liv versus Bex.
Yeah, so Liv gets slapped.
Oh no.
Let's start there. Slapped. Ends up getting her 2 cents, and she slams the shit out of Becky's head on the announce desk. A failed manhandle slam to Liv, and then Liv ends up stomping Becky in the corner. Liv actually gets the disarmer. No luck, but gets it. He ends up whipping Liv into the bottom rope. She starts vamping to the crowd, gets a boot and an elbow to the face. My teeth hurt.
Okay. All right. Is that from the spice?
I don't know, but this is new. It's a really poorly executed, not on her part, but on Liv's part. A leg drop to the back of Liv's neck. Then we get a good old ground and pound, and it was nice because Jimmy was calling the match, so Jimmy got excited about it. Liv hits a missile dropkick to Becky, and then an armbar that nearly gets Becky rolled up, but no luck. And then Daphne, counts like a New Japan referee.
He's been doing some part-time work in New Japan.
I guess she's like 1, 2. I was like, Jesus. Um, then Liv hits a really cool sunset flip bomb to Becky. She gets thrown into the disarmer, however. She gets to the rope, though. Liv is then sent face first into the mat. She goes up top, though, with a drop kick to the leg of Becky, who leaves, and Liv starts crying, which is going to become maybe my least favorite thing that Liv does. She cries a lot.
She does.
Liv ends up diving out onto Becky. Becky keeps launching Liv to ringside. Liv finally sends Becky into the stairs and stomps on her arm, lodged into the stairs like Becky did to her. She then goes up top. Liv meets her with an arm breaker and a Rings of Saturn. She tries for the Oblivion, but is met with a manhandle slam and loses the match promptly thereafter.
Yeah, she definitely should have won, but can't get everything.
We're not allowed to have anything.
Oh, wait, we didn't go over predictions. I predict Becky would win, you picked Liv would win. And this was your second chip. I think it was your second.
Forgot to do my sauce for that.
You do that while I go over this next interview. Seth Rollins has an interview. He says, "This was my match. This was supposed to be a one-on-one match. What am I gonna do? I can't divulge my tactics. The 4 other men in this match have something in common that gives me an advantage. They're not me. I'm gonna go out there and do what I do better than anyone on this planet. I'm gonna stomp heads and win." Now, that brings us to our main event. Kevin Owens versus Big E versus Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. And we both thought Kevin Owens would walk away with the title. But we were both wrong. And Brock Lesnar, this was in, like, we were inevitably going to lose this because Brock Lesnar was not a choice and we made predictions. So we both have to take a dab. And then we'll do your quest, your final 3 once we're done with this.
Oh, good.
I did too much. I did way too much. Oh, that's a big dab. Big dab. Oh god.
You good?
I had a massive dab. Oh, it tastes so good though.
I get stronger. I get stronger.
Uh-huh.
So you got some questions for me, or?
Yeah. I've got a 3 more for you. So, let's see. Bu- 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 At WWE's Crown Jewel, which took place October 21st, 2021. Who did Big E face for the WWE Championship?
McIntyre.
Yes. All right. That's easy. That's easy. That one. Okay. So, this is your second question. At AEW's Fight for the Fallen, July 28th, 2021, who did Chris Jericho face as part of his 5 labors? Fight for the Fallen.
Oh, I've got 2 options, and I don't know the name of one of them.
Okay.
Is it Nick Gage?
It was. I wanted to give you the stipulation and say it was a no rules match, but that would instantly give it away. All right. So your final one. I'm gonna make it a little bit of a deep cut. A little bit. So, on NXT, when it was still black and gold, August 24th, 2021, who did Carmelo Hayes face in the NXT Breakout Tournament final?
Oh, Odyssey Jones.
Okay. Do you want to do a fourth one since that was very easy?
Fine.
Oh, that would be tough. If I gave you that one, that'd be tough. All right. Okay. On SmackDown, September 3rd, 2021, on my birthday, who did Roman Reigns face for the Universal Championship? Think of the timing of this. September 3rd. Right before a certain pay-per-view.
McIntyre?
No, Drew McIntyre has never challenged Roman for the title.
I didn't know. I forgot.
It was Finn Balor.
Oh.
Because it was just before Extreme Rules.
Okay.
All right.
As they say, new year, new me. Your new esophagus. Okay.
All right, so that is all of your questions. And now we move on to the main event. That disappointed both of us. Good job. The one that was like really tough that I like wanted to give it to you, but I knew like you would not get it. It was gonna be who did on this one Impact, who did Josh Alexander face for the X Division Championship? It would have been like the hardest one to get. I don't even think you remember his name. It was Jake Christ.
Oh, yeah, no. I know that name, but I don't know. I wouldn't have.
It was like their surprise opponent for him.
I know who he is, but definitely would never have gone that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Brock starts by suplexing the shit out of Kevin Owens and Seth. Kevin saves Seth from Brock. Brock gets sent far out of the ring by Big E. He then runs Big E into the post. Bobby spears the shit out of Brock into the timekeeper's area. We get like a little bit of Seth and Kevin Owens like working together because Bobby lifts up Seth. Kevin Owens brings him down. They super kick Bobby. Kevin splashes onto Brock after Seth dives out onto him. We get some stares to the face of Bobby and Brock from Seth and Kevin. They want a team suplex to Bobby, sending him into the announce desk. But Bobby fights them off, ends up getting slammed into the desk anyways by Big E. We get a team DDT to Brock from Seth and Kevin, and then that all ends with a Uranagi to Seth from Big E and an elbow to Kevin Owens. Kevin, however, hits Big E with a pop-up powerbomb. He then sentons on to Big E unsuccessfully. Big E gets his knees up. Seth, however, sentons onto him successfully. Goes to stomp E, but he is intercepted by Brock, who F5 Seth, F5s Big E, F5s Kevin Owens. Then Bobby gets in. He spears Brock. I lose my mouse. Then we get a hurt lock on Brock that's broken up by Big E, who hits the big ending on Bobby. He wants the big ending on Brock, who F5s Big E. And that is where she ended. Oops. That's all she wrote.
This fucking
Very much.
sucks. This sucks.
Hmm?
Like, if Brock beat Roman, fine, whatever. Like, we've seen it coming. It would make sense with the story with Paul Heyman and everything, fine. But he was the only one in this going into this without a story. And you completely fuck over Big E by having him be the one who gets pinned. Have it be Bobby, or have it be fucking Seth. Don't have it be the champion. The only way there are three things that could make this good. Only three. And all of these have to be done for this to be good. The first one, Seth and KO become a tag team. Second, Bobby Lashley faces Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble. And the third thing, at that same pay-per-view at Royal Rumble, Xavier Woods wins the Rumble and then goes on to face Brock at WrestleMania. And finally breaks the curse of the New Day losing to Brock. I mean, I don't think that's the card they would want for Brock at WrestleMania, but I think story-wise and satisfaction-wise, that is the best route for them to go.
Yeah. Sure.
And imagine that story of Woods, like, of Woods going against Lesnar. And they could even do like a title versus crown match. You know?
They did make such a big deal about him being a free agent. I feel like I should have seen this coming. In a weird way.
I mean, yeah. Or I mean, they might have him up to be a double champion now too. I guess. You could still book Brock versus Roman at Mania. But they also, like, accidentally, or to maybe fuck over Brock, also book him to face Xavier Woods. And that's how Woods wins. Brock beats Roman, becomes a double champion for like a hot minute. And then because he's been weakened after facing Roman, he faces Woods, loses. Woods becomes the new WWE champion and has the ultimate babyface storyline.
I don't know. I just like this like took the wind out of my sails, honestly.
Yeah. It was turning out to be a pretty good pay-per-view too. Even with Becky beating Liv. But just it lost it for me. Both of us.
I know.
Yeah. So that does it for our recap. We're gonna move on to our bests of the night. And Liz, you left up the Pinfall Podcast sign. You forgot to put up the matches and promos sign.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
What are you gonna do with me? I'm gonna fire myself.
Yeah, fire yourself.
So just so anybody is wondering, the only reason we're doing this on Saturday is because we wanted to have Sunday off. So.
And I feel like if we have like a major pay-per-view like WWE or AEW, maybe even Impact, we should do it like the day of pay-per-view.
Yeah. See a problem with that.
Okay. So best of the night. Let's forget promo of the night like we do with pay-per-views. And if you have a question for a question segment, leave it in the chat now, so it's there when we move on to the questions. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment, and we'll answer it in the next podcast. And if you're listening on Spotify, join us at the live show, twitch.tv/A Pinfall Podcast. to chat with us live. We love chatting with you guys. We love answering your questions, even if they're not wrestling related at all. All right, so let's talk about Wrestler of the Night. This one's tough because there were a lot of really good performances today. Let's do. All right, I'll give you 3. I'll give you. Oh God, this is tough. All right. Sheamus, Jey Uso, or Becky Lynch.
I just heard the weirdest noise. I'm sorry.
Was that my stomach? Maybe.
Oh my God, maybe it
was
was.
caught on the mic.
It may have been because it sounded like a woman's voice at first. Actually,
I think it was. That's the sound. That's the sound my stomach makes.
I'm glad that we are on the same page.
Oh,
okay. Anyways, now I know it's not a fucking demon. I'd rather be your stomach than a ghost. So, okay. Have that again.
So Sheamus,
Sheamus,
Jey Uso, and Becky Lynch.
Honestly, I'd say Sheamus.
Yeah, I mean the fact that he turned around, he called an audible basically, and handled it all by himself. You got to give him props.
Definitely do. Yeah, like he's having fun.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about match of the night now. As always, we go from the worst match to the best match of the night, and we'll discuss the best. All right, so worst match of the night. I gotta be honest here. Worst match: KO versus Big E versus Brock versus Seth versus Bobby. The wrong person won. Very much the wrong person won. It was a very short match for what it should have been. It was pretty decent. I gave it a 5 out of 10, but it could have been so much more. You could have made the Ultimate Champion by having them beat Brock, or you don't need Brock to be pinned at all. Just have Brock lose by not getting pinned and by not winning. Have KO pin Seth. Have Seth pin KO. Have Bobby pin anyone. Have Big E pin anyone. Like, there's so many options they could have done that would have been so much better. You could have given, like, they had it. Have Big E hit the big ending on Brock, but then handle somebody else to get the pin. That's it. That's all you have to do. Or, God. So frustrating. So frustrating. Alright, so then we had with a 6 out of 10, The Miz versus Edge. I thought it was a pretty fun match. It was very slow. The whole storyline was based on interruptions. It was very heavy on the story, which is pretty good.
The match itself just kind of felt a little sloppy. It didn't seem like Edge was really all there.
I think it was intentionally sloppy because this was like just a grudge match. They were pissed off at each other, so they're trying to like scramble at each other.
Maybe.
I noticed that when I think Edge was on his back, or one guy was on his back, one person was hanging over them. They were like twisting up their hands, trying to grab at each other. Okay, so then next up, 6 out of 10, Madcap Moss versus Drew McIntyre. This was better than it had any right to be. This could have been a 2-second match and that would have been it. But no, it went on for much longer. It was pretty fun. Drew was really fun to watch. Yeah. I wish Madcap Moss was a serious wrestler. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, Drew had nice things to say about him, though.
Yeah. Okay, so then 6 out of 10, Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus Cesaro and Ricochet. It was a very fun match that had no story really. But Sheamus carrying the match on his own, or rather carrying the match when his partner was injured. It, like I already said, you got to give massive props to Sheamus. All right, then 7 out of 10, the Usos versus the New Day. This was a lot of fun. There wasn't a ton of story in the match, but it was a very fun, very impressive match. Kofi and Xavier are insanely good. And of course the Usos are like one of the best tag teams in the world. So they're incredible. This match was very fun.
Yeah.
Next up, with an 8 out of 10, Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch. I thought this was a very fun match. It was very disappointing having Becky win. But that didn't necessarily sour the match for me too much. It was pretty lame how they had a clean finish. I think I heard somebody say they botched it, so they had a clean finish. Like she was trying to reach for the rope again, but she couldn't get it.
I saw that.
If she had grabbed the rope, it would have made it a little better. But the worst thing about this match was the ref counting so fucking slow. Like that was unbearable.
It was so weird.
Like that was slower than like a fucking heel ref in AAA.
Yeah. See, it seemed like she was like paid off almost. It's
Yeah.
like,
Except paid off by nobody because she was counting slow for everyone.
right.
So yeah. If the ref was counting at normal speed, it probably would have been a little higher up.
That's fair.
All right, and my pick for match of the night, honestly, Street Profits versus RK Bro. I thought this was a very fun match. Street Profits really, like, their passion was like, you could feel it. And Randy was just on his shit today. Like he was having so much fun. Him and Riddle are such a fun tag team to watch. I thought this was also very, like, it was full of story too, and Migos being there didn't, like, it didn't take away from anything. They weren't distracting. They weren't like playing a part. They were just there to just be there. And yeah, it was just a super fun match.
It was a really fun match. This had a lot of energy too, and it was really nice.
It's weird to think that this was the match of the night in this pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know. There were so many other like matches that probably would have been better contenders.
Yeah. You let the Fatal 5-Way go an extra 10 minutes like it was supposed to, and have someone else win. That would have been match of the night right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't get me wrong. I'm sure Brock Lesnar's reign will be fun because he's been doing really well as a babyface, but like, you're sacrificing all this story just for this.
Yeah.
Just to put a belt in the man's hands.
It's so stupid. It's unnecessary.
Yeah. 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 But wait until the Rumble when Xavier Woods wins. And WrestleMania when he beats Brock. You know what? That'll be one of my predictions. That'll be one of my predictions when we do the Mike Romies. Xavier Woods wins the Rumble and then beats Lesnar at WrestleMania.
I only have one prediction so far, but I'm holding on to it.
Okay. I gotta write these down. All right. Well, overall, what'd you think of day one?
Stinky.
Really?
Not so good.
I thought it was all right. It would have been a lot better with a couple different booking decisions. But the wrestling itself was a lot of fun. The tag team matches were both great. Actually, all three tag team matches.
Tag team matches were good. matches were good, but this wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it so much.
Would have loved to see either Damian Priest or Shinsuke have a match on this card instead of Drew and Madcap Moss.
Isn't Damien supposed to have a match?
I don't think so. Damian hasn't really been doing much, I don't think. He had a match against Dolph Ziggler that was DQ'd.
I didn't know if that was supposed to be tonight.
I thought, a lot of people thought Sammy versus Shinsuke was supposed to happen tonight.
Yeah. That would have been a cool match. I think that would have been a great match.
Yeah, because they had a killer match in NXT for the title.
Yeah.
So, should have mentioned this earlier, but there won't be another top 10 rankings update today. The final update will be January 8th for our Mike Romy Awards. I'll be giving the top 20 wrestlers in professional wrestling. Some last minute matches have really shifted the rankings. And certain mainstay in the list for almost the entire year is now not on the top 10 anymore.
Ooh.
I can't say. You might be able to.
Row.
Huh?
Row.
Okay. So you want to answer some questions?
That's our question.
All right. So Miriam asked, very interesting question. Who do you think WWE wants Becky to drop her belt to? You see, you asked me.
That's a great question.
You asked me that like a couple months ago. I would have said Liv.
I don't know. I'm wondering if we're gonna have another live match.
I don't think so.
Um,
They can't. What excuse is there?
I don't know.
The ref counting slow?
The thing is at this point, I'm trying to think of who possibly go for it, and I can't think of a single
I
woman.
mean, if
I think at this point it's Bianca. Going back to collect.
maybe I feel like that wouldn't happen until the draft though. But if they wanted to do a really good story, it's Asuka.
If they would like to give Asuka something to do, yeah.
If she's back from injury, I still don't know what the deal is with that. I don't think anyone does.
Nobody knows what's going on with her.
But the story they could run with that is just Asuka saying, "You gave me the title 2 years ago. Let me fight you for it this time and earn it."
Or, you gave me this title and you're a good person and now you're a horrible person.
Oh no! Wait! No! I know the person that's gonna take it, and that they want to take it from her. It's Bailey.
Oh.
She should be wrapping up from her injury pretty soon.
Yeah. That would be a great one, actually. I mean, it sucks still horsewomen, but
Yeah, but we've the one horsewomen feud we've never gotten is Becky and Bailey. And you have Bailey get it. Potentially turn Becky face. Don't turn Bailey face. I hope to God they don't turn her face. She needs to be a heel for like life.
yeah.
And then when Bailey wins it, you could have Bianca go for it around the time of draft. Maybe have Asuka go for it in the meantime. We run that back. Sasha maybe throws her hat in the ring too. Maybe
Sasha's not on Raw. So.
Oh yeah. Who's on Raw? Is Doudrop on Raw? Oh wait, no. Have Zelina go for it. Fucking have Zelina go for it. They've been giving her a lot of wins. Have her go for a title. That actually matters.
I think Bailey is a good option, actually. I think Bailey or Asuka. I just really want Asuka to come back.
I want both of them to come back. They're both dearly missed.
Bailey, at least we know where she is,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Asuka, we can't even be sure that she's actually, like, injured.
Yeah, and she's not even, like, really posting many photos where you can even see, like, if she's still wearing a cast or anything.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
But yeah, the two excellent women's wrestlers that would be huge for the women's division to come back.
And are sorely missed.
Yeah. God, every day I just want Bailey to come back.
Now, I'm hoping that if it's, I think they might have Bianca go for it right now. I do think that they might end up having her drop it to Bailey or Asuka. Asuka would be cool.
Asuka would be very cool, but I don't think she's had the build up to get the title, according to WWE.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the questions we have. Liz, would you like to close out the show?
Yeah, sure. If you join us tonight, thank you so much. And if you join us in the future, thank you so much. I'm gonna wash my makeup off and put on this sweatshirt. Please join us on Tuesday for our WWE 2K22 stream, where we're going to be playing 2K22 and having fun. Except go home show to Royal Rumble, so. But yeah, please join us. It'll be super fun, and that's all I got for you.
We won't be doing a special Sunday show this coming week. It will instead be the Mike Romy Awards, which will take place Saturday, January 8th. We'll be going head to head with Battle of the Belts and Hard to Kill, but our show will be the one to tune in for, because ours will be a lot better.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a live call-in from an award recipient.
Yeah, you said a wrestler, and now you're saying an award recipient.
I mean, who are we giving awards to that aren't wrestlers? I mean,
I don't know.
Okay, an award winner, can't guarantee it's a wrestler, but it's somebody very, very talented.
Talented. Okay.
That's the only word I could find. All right. But yeah, that's happening this coming Saturday, a week from today, January 8th. We'll be live Tuesday for our 2K20 live stream, and then Wednesday and Thursday will be the regularly scheduled post shows for Dynamite and Impact. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. Our YouTube is The Pinfall Podcast. You can find us on Spotify. Just search up The Pinfall Podcast. And on Twitch, twitch.tv/The Pinfall Podcast. And our Twitter is @Pinfall Podcast. I'm @The Mark Cameron. Liz is @Eliza Elaine23. And we'll see you all on Tuesday. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you then.